What's up, YouTube? Thunderwolf89 here. Yeah, I haven't posted many videos. I don't even know if anybody watches this still. Yeah, past few formats have been boring in my opinion, and I haven't really found anything fun. I was just replaying top tier, which basically they're almost basically the same. But recently, looking for a fun deck, and found found a beat basically about the Baby Raccoon deck. So I thought I'd build that and give it a try, and I love it. It's so much fun, and the beat scored is retardedly broke. Well, it's basically broken, in my opinion. But yeah, I'll get straight into the deck profile. Yeah, I took this deck to my locals Saturday, just gone, and ended up going forward 2, only losing to the top 2 players, which was basically Mermels in the fourth round and Vikings in the 5th round. But yeah, getting to the deck profile. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to be playing this as my proper deck until the next set, and then when Angie comes out. So first of all, we've got Free Pompoko. If you don't know what this does, it's a level 2 Earth Beast. Its effect is when it's normal summoned, you can special summon one level 2 Beast type monster from your deck face under defense position, apart from another copy of itself. And the turn you do use this effect, you can't special summon any monsters apart from beasts. And the monster you normally special summon from its effect is this one, free Baby Raccoon Tantan. Its effect, flip effect. You can special summon one level 2 beast monster from your deck instead of never copy it itself. So new play is to summon Pompoko, special summon Tantan face down, and when Tantan's flipped, you special summon another level 2 beast from your deck. And off of Tantan, you normally summon this guy, 2 Calantosa. Calantosa, the mystical beast of the forest. Its effect is if it's special summoned by a beast, special summoned by the effect of a beast type monster, so Tantan. You can target one card on the field and destroy it. So a nice destruction. The only problem with this is if you draw it, it does nothing. It's like having a vanilla. But it's just a great for when you bring it off Tantan to pop your opponent's cards. And I'm going to play one Raikou, because a beat score requires different names. And Raikou is just generic destruction, back row, or monster. You special summon off Pompoko. One white hit him. Nice effect, you'll be able to bounce basically any one monster your opponent controls. So basically you get a basic +1 against Xyz and Synchros. And it's level 2 beast as well. Then for tuners, 1 Elephant and 1 Key Mouse. Yeah, Elephant, basically both Earth Beast tuners to bring off being scored. Reason for Key Mouse is that it basically with 2 level beasts with a being scored, bring it 2 level 2 Earth Beasts, and you make instant Natura Beast. Elephant, you can end up going into Leo and a Sandaio, or double Sandaio, or Sandaio Beast, which I'll show you how you get into that either at the end of the video or in every video. Next card, that's all the beasts. Next cards was a free junk synchron, but I only have 2, but I was borrowing a friend let me one. This guy is amazing. Basically 1 card synchro plays, and level 5 as well mainly, which basically allows you access to Caster, Archimedes, Frozen Fitzgerald because you have beasts, and Junk Warrior with Sandaio's effect, which I'll show you after. Basically just amazing. And next we have free Beast King Barbaros. This guy's amazing. With being schooled, you can make with him. You could basically bring out Elephant plus 2 other level 2 beasts, make a Sandaio, summon this guy, sync him into Leo, and then Sandaio get a free 1 token. And just the fact that you bring out 3 monsters from being schooled, and you contribute those 3 monsters to summon it. So it comes out on free. So it'd be 3k in effect because you contributed 3. You can nuke your opponent's field, and it's just a nice 19 beat stick as well. And it has plays with Horn of Phantom Beast as well. And it's just basically and Skill Drain hurts this deck, and this is great under Skill Drain. That's all the monsters. I can't remember how many that is. But yeah, onto the spells. I was playing 3 Obedient Schooled. This card's basically the reason the deck is good, essentially. Just because the fact that, basically, if you don't know its effect, the effect of it is if you control no monsters, you can special summon 3 level 2 or lower beast type effect monsters with different names from your deck. The effects are negated and destroyed the end phase, and if you activate this card, you cannot special summon apart from beast monsters. So this card is basically a 1 card Natura Beast, and Natura Beast is really good if you've ever gone against it. And or with like a level 2 beast, you can make double Sandayu or beast or Sandayu beast. You have an indestructible monster while you control beast and a beast, and they got to stop negate spells. And then you can start making tokens that are at least 2/2 attack minimum. Or you can go with Barbaros, Sandayu, Leo, and then 3/1 token, which is amazing. And next we have 1 mind control. You play tuners. So basically, you base tuners, jump sync 1, take your opponent's monster. Even with level 2s, you make Xyz, right? Basically good for Xyz and synchros. 1 Book Moon, great for defense and offense, and good for when you're in traps done. 3 MST, because destroying that back row is always good, and Phoenix chains that are on your beast. And then the last one was 1 Close Fire. So aside the main one of these, because basically I only managed to pick up after the tournament Double Dichotomy, which is really good in this deck. So I was basically running this and Burst Rebirth, which I'll get to in a bit. And this is nice because mostly all your monsters are beast. This will boost basically just boost all your little monsters and your Sendaios and your tokens. And against decks that use that basically either need or get good use out of their field spell, this card shuts down their field spell. That's all the spells. Then onto traps, we have the one-offs, 1 Warning, 1 Torrential Tribute, 1 Bottomless, and 1 Compulse. Basically just staple standard cards, traps. And we have double Mirror Force, that basically when your opponent tries to attack with your beast and stuff. Then triple Phoenix Chain. With this back behind beast, you can stop your opponent's effect monsters. Stopping effects is good. Then 2 7 Tools. This card was really good for most of my games that I played. Basically, against round 3 when I was playing against Gimmick Puppet, every time he tried to trap stomp me, I would stop him, so I have my traps to defend against his plays, and also stopping. And also, once you've dropped Leo on the field, the only thing you have to worry about is anything that doesn't target, so Mirror Force and TT. Well, and Bottomless, but if you've on the field already, you have to only worry about Mirror Force when you attack, or if anything else you summon TT. So it's always nice to attack if they mirror, stop that Mirror Force, and also it's nice that it's a counter trap, so they can't respond to anything after, unless there's another 7 Tools, which is really nice, especially when you Barbaros. If you have this set and you tribute 3 for Barbaros, unless it's warning any other trap, you can just basically use this to negate it, and they can't respond with anything else, so that if they've got 5 back or they play 1 trap, you negate it and you nuke the field, and they can't do anything after this. It's amazing. And then last then we're playing 1 Form Phantom Beast, because Sandai is a beast, Leo's beast, your token's a beast, getting those getting extra attack power over your opponent's monsters, and getting a draw is really nice. And the last card, 1 Burst Rebirth. If you don't know what it does, its effect is pay 2,000 life points to target 1 monster in your graveyard and special summon it in face down defense position. So it's nice to get back your Tans and Raikos to get their effects, and also but not restricted just face down cards or any level, basically any monster. So you can bring back your Barbaros, which is on 3k, just flip it in your turn. So it's an end phase, bring back Barbaros, flip it in your turn. Same with Beast and stuff. It's amazing. And that's all the monsters. Yeah, I'm going to be playing 2 dichotomies in it now, just because you can go for different types. You have Junk Synchron and Beast and Barbaros, which are warrior, and you can go in your extra deck as well. And putting those beasts back in for a Beast Schooled and getting those that +2, because you don't care about your battle phase. You want to establish a presence. You want to basically establish basically presence on the field, and a setup. So you don't always, it doesn't matter if you don't attack. That one turn you don't get to attack. It doesn't matter if you can set up a field. Onto the extra deck. Missing one card in here, which is Barkion, because I don't have one. So a banner, as again, friendly borrow his Barkion. Get into it. Basically, we've got one down in Magician. Gives you access to EV and DV, EV and DDV against things like EV for against spellbooks and stuff like that, and DDV for against things like Mermails and monsters that basically mirror match and stuff. Decks that have low attack monsters. Then we have 3 number 64 Ronin Raccoon Sandayo. This card is the MVP of the extra deck. Basically, if you don't know its effect, it's a level 2, rank 2 Earth Beast XZ monster. Requires 2 level 2 beasts. Its effect reads: once per turn, you can attach 1 material from this card, special summon 1 Kagemusha Raccoon token. Beast, Earth, level 1, and basically 0 defense. And the attack is when it's when it's summoned, the attack of it becomes equal to the current attack of the strongest monster on the field, and if it's how you get to choose. And while you control another beast monster, it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect. So if you have 2 of these on the field in defense, you have like a nice soft lock where neither can be destroyed by battle while the other one's on the field. It's great, especially for 20. I basically essentially almost decked out the Gimp Puppet guy because, not because of that, just because he couldn't draw anything. But yeah. And we play 1 Herald Pure Light because it's easy to make rank 2s in here, and this card's nice to put your Countertoes that you draw back in your deck and grab back things like your Barbarosses, your Junk Synchrons, things like that, and put cards that you want back in your deck, or just exchange a card in your graveyard to your hand. Then we play double Leo because Leo against some decks basically just won me a game against the my last round of Fire Fist, and a game against the my Mermail game. Basically, it's just amazing because it's difficult to get over it unless you have Mass Destruction or something in your main phase 2. Then I was playing 1 Ancient Pixie Dragon. I was playing this over Ancient Fairy Dragon because even though Ancient Fairy Dragon can destroy my opponent's field spell and grabbing mine, apart from that, it does nothing. Whereas this, if I make this and then play my field spell, I get that extra 1 draw, which is nice, and it's got a continuous effect. While there's a field spell on the field, I can use the effect and destroy a monster my opponent controls with, destroy a tap position, face up a tap position monster my opponent controls. So basically, it becomes a free K wall, and every turn I can keep popping my opponent's face up tap position monster, and still have my battle phase as well. Then we got 1 Frozen Fitzgerald. Basically, when this card attack, if you don't know what it does, basically it's just nice for attacking through heavy back row and not worrying about Mirror Force and stuff. Same with this, apart from monster effects as well. Then I was playing 2 Junkwire, I'm going to cut 1, so I have other options. This is great with Sandayu, because the tokens Sandayu brings out are as strong as the strongest monster on the field, and level 1. This guy, if you don't, basically because you should know its effect, which if you can see, when it's synchro summoned, it gains the attack equal to the total attack for level 2 or lower monsters on the field. So you have a Sandayu tokens and you drop this. This gains the attack equal to this. Basically, this gains the attack of the Sandayu tokens. So I've managed to get this up to 6k or over 6k before. It's insane. Great for massive pushes. Then we got 1 Mature Beast because you can make it from a single Obedience Code, and negating your opponent's spells is always great. And then round it off, because there was a back bark on there, but round it off 1 just as Catastrophe for getting everything that's not dark. Oh yeah, and it's DT. That's the main. I'll show the extra deck, but I'm going to change it a little bit. I was running 1 Thunder King Ryo because you don't search in this deck. There's nothing that searches apart from what's it called? Key Mouse's second effect, which you don't use often. You just use it mainly for the Obedience Code. So this search things that search like Mirrormel's, Firefist, Prophecy, and then one Dark Hole, basically for against decks that's basically make a massive push if you can survive it, and basically just Dark Hole the monster, or basically decks that have problem monsters that you can't get over, or things like a Leo. Then 2 creature swap for things like yeah, same thing with Dark Hole for decks that bring out big ass monsters like BLZ or Leo and stuff, and against Boojins as well. Take basically against Boojins, you can take their Boojins so they can't activate anything in the graveyard or cranes and stuff, so you don't have to worry. And then and also we'll get through it's called Cards Coliseum. Also, yeah, take your opponent's BLZ, and with Junk Synchron you can go summon Junk Synchron, bring out a level 2 beast, creature swap the level 2 the monster you got for Junk Synchron to their opponent, take the big monster if they only got one, or at least something better, and be able to make things like Angel Pixie Dragon or something, or even Leo if your opponent has things like a Dragon Ruler, make a Leo, swing over a monster, you have a Leo in your field ready, which is really good. We got 1 Closed Forest, the second one for against things like Prophecy and Dolce. Then 2 Mistake, same thing as Thunder King, you don't search, every decks do, so it hurts them, doesn't hurt you. Double Full House for against back row heavy decks, managed to get us off quite a few times today because you have your Phoenix Chains face up, you have field spells. Most of the time it was having a Phoenix Chain on the field, and then able to go deactivate a card, my Phoenix Chain, the card just activated, or the spell trap they activated, and their free back row. Or chain MST, then MST, my Phoenix Chain, free back row. Things that are field spells and stuff. Amazing, it's not difficult to get off at all. 1 Soul Drain for things like Mermail, basically we have a lot of decks and dragons, so dragons and Mermail. 1 Deep Prison, I wanted to put 2 in, but I couldn't think of what else to put in, so I just chucked in one Deep Prison. Also that helps against Fire Kings, which didn't see against Fire Kings. Then 1 EEV and 1 DDV. As I said before, easy access because of Downerd, and if it can hurt a deck hard, it hurts it really hard. And round off 2 Rivalry Warlords because you basically mainly play beasts and things like Dolce, Mermails, stuff. It hurts them because they have different types, where it doesn't really hurt you. That's the whole deck, extra deck, main deck, side deck. I'm gonna keep this up, continue using this as my main deck for until the next set when we get the Angeli, and I'm gonna continue playing Trick or Treat, which is basically, if you don't know, it's Ghost Trick and Madolches together, which I'll have a deck profile up after this. But yeah, if you like this, if anybody's still watching my channel, and if you like this video, rate, comment, subscribe subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I should have another deck profile up after this. Peace.